Okay, so working in the plane flyby sequence of files, and this one's called the plane flyby animation dummy and path constraint. We're going to link this airplane to the elliptical path that we have. I'll just turn the ground off so we can just see it nice and clearly. And we've got a little plane, and we've got ourselves a little path that we created, and that path is going to be the thing that the plane flies around. So here we go. So looking inside the layer selector, so over here we've got our layers, and make sure that you've got this little sort by layer ticked at the bottom so you can see the layers properly. Click on the group one, which is basically the whole plane selected together, grouped. And this is the thing that we're going to link to an object called a dummy. So a dummy object is like a helper object, and it helps us kind of align and select animated objects. So I'm just going to make this dummy object here, and it's invisible. I've accidentally put it inside the camera layer, so I'll just shift it to the default layer. So I don't want it inside my camera layer, and I don't want that ellipse in there either. Let me just move that into there. Just doing a little bit of file organization. It's not frozen. Should be there. Okay. That means I'm just doing the render of function off so it doesn't render inside the animation. Okay, so we've got my ellipse, I've got my dummy, I've got the group object. I don't think I can move that group object in this selection because that's alphabetical, so I can leave that there. We'll be having we'll add some cameras later. Alright, so first things first. Select the group 1, which is the whole plane grouped together, and choose the link tool, and you can drag between the two and create a little kind of dotted line, so I should show you that. You can do it like this, and you'll see straight away that the plane aligns itself with the dummy. If I undo that, the other way of doing it is to click the link tool, hit H, select dummy, and hit link, and it does the same thing. Okay, so now we can actually turn the aeroplane off. Now that we know it's aligned, for the moment we can turn it off to make our world a bit simpler while we're setting the animation up. Now I can take the dummy object, and I want to add a constraint from that dummy object to the path, and we've done this before. We'll call it an animation constraint, or a path constraint, sorry. Select the path like so, and the object gets aligned, and now should go all the way around as we'd expect. Okay, time to turn the plane on. Let's see what that alignment looks like up close. Not great, it's in the wrong direction, and if I scrub the playhead we can see it's not doing what we want it to do. So let's look at this path constraint, which is accessible through the motion control panel. So once the path constraint is available to you, you should be able to see the options down here under path parameters, where we say follow, and then we tell it which axis to follow. And in this case I'm going to flip it on the y-axis so that it's going that way around. Also, so let's just make sure that worked. Yeah, it's now doing what I want it to do. I'm also going to change the bank amount. That means basically it will bank around a corner, and I'll put the bank up to about 16. Okay, so now when it goes around the corner, not so much a corner, but around a curve, it banks to accommodate, and of course you can go a little bit daft on that and increase it, and really make it bank. Don't go too far because basically the plane will flip over and not behave properly. So I've got a bank of, I'll say 22 in there. It's going to loop, it's on the y-axis, so the path constraint is pretty much functioning. Yeah, cool. Alright, that's pretty straightforward. You'll see it bank as it goes to the curve. There we go. Fabulous. Okay. Let's leave that there and we'll do the next exercise in a second.